Hello, viewers. It's so good to be here again today. Thank you very much for watching and welcome to my YouTube channel. I thank you for watching the previous posts. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing to my channel also. So today I want to talk about 4 types of public speaking. The 4 types of public speaking. We have several types of speaking, but they are all under this 4 that I will be mentioning today. The first one is the ceremonial speaking. The ceremonial speaking. And the second one is called the demonstrative speaking. The demonstrative speaking. The fourth is what we call the informative speaking. Informative speaking. And the last one, we call it the persuasive speaking. Persuasive speaking. So listen to me while I take you through all these 4 types of speaking. The first one that I mentioned initially, the ceremonial speaking, this speech marks special occasion, like weddings, engagements, funerals, graduations, birthdays, and all other forms of ceremony. Now, at every point in time, we must, have done this or would still do this in future. So this type of speech has to do with, it is personal and it is intimate with emotional connection with the people, the audience that are listening to you. For instance, if you're at a funeral, you want to talk about this person that is dead. You want to talk about him and his legacy, how he has lived a positive life. You want to talk about him so well that people are emotionally connected. Even those that never met him while alive would be able to know him through all the things you say. This also applies to graduation. It applies to birthdays and all other ceremony that we attend. And the second one, which I call the demonstrative speaking, this has to do with demonstration and role playing. For instance, when something is being done, for instance, something is being put into place and you want to show your audience or you want to show people how to use it. You've built, especially the IT and the tech people, they are the ones that use this demonstrative speaking. It has to do with description. It has to do with role play. You take your audience step by step through this. Your intention is to leave them with the knowledge of how to do things, how to do or use this thing you have created. The third form of speaking is what we call the informative speaking. Informative. Now, the speaker here only tries to explain a concept to the audience. Example, lecturers, teachers, for symposium and all other form of educational gathering. This is what they use. Their main intention is just to disseminate information and nothing more. They just want to pass across the information and that's all. So this kind of speech or speaking is used mostly by lecturers and teachers just to disseminate information and nothing more. That is the intention. The last one is what I call the persuasive speaking. Persuasive speaking. From the word persuade, this type of speech or speaking is mostly used by the legal practitioners, the clergymen, and the politicians. Especially during election, how they try to persuade you to buy you over to their side so you could give them your mandates. Now, for legal practitioners, they try to convince the jury to, pass the judgment or, to make it a positive one or to impact them positively so their clients can be discharged and acquitted. This also it applies to the clergymen when they try to tell you about the faith, try to buy you to practice their own faith. So they use emotion, they try to appeal to the emotion of the people. They use emotional words and languages, words like I beseech you, I beg you, I plead with you. All of these words are what they use. Please do not forget, let's go over the four that we spoke about today. The first one is ceremonial speaking. The ceremonial speaking was said for funerals, for birthdays, graduation, and retirements. Again, we talked about the demonstrative speaking used to teach people, guide, and step-by-step use of a particular thing. And we talked about the informative speaking, just to disseminate information and nothing more. The last one we talked about, the persuasive speaking, to persuade your audience, to help them decide, and to also bring them to your side. Bring them to your side so that they can buy your own idea. I hope we've been able to deal very well with this four. Please remember, the next time you're making your presentation, where does it fall? And then the words to use. Thank you very much for listening. Until we see you next week. Bye for now.